Crypto Twitter is awash with the rumor of SEC Chairman Gary Gensler resigning from the regulatory agency. Pro-XRP attorney John Deaton commented on the rumors, saying the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has petitioned the United States District Court for the withdrawal of Pascal Guerrier, a senior lawyer in its ranks, from the continuing litigation against Ripple and its digital currency, XRP. The senior lawyer has subsequently formally departed from the case, adding to the legal procedure's ambiguity. Pascal Guerrier, a well-known securities lawyer, was an important element of the SEC's legal campaign against Ripple. Her abrupt departure has not been addressed, leading to significant conjecture about what prompted her choice. For starters, Guerrier's departure might indicate internal SEC differences over how to continue against Ripple and XRP. Her high position within the agency suggests that her resignation might be due to broader difficulties with the SEC's approach in the litigation. Second, this change may result in delays in the legal procedure. The change to new legal counsel frequently needs a period of time for the incoming team to get acquainted with the specifics of the case, possibly slowing its advancement. Third, some members of the cryptocurrency community see this as a good development for Ripple and XRP. Although it is impossible to forecast legal results based merely on changes in legal teams, the move has fueled speculation that the SEC is having difficulty prosecuting its case against the digital currency. Finally, the SEC's decision to exclude Pascal Guerrier from the Ripple complaint adds another wrinkle to an already intricate and carefully followed court struggle. As the procedures continue, all eyes will be on how this upheaval will affect Ripple and the future of its cryptocurrency, XRP. Linda Jones, a well-known Wall Street veteran, predicts a big rush of institutional money ready to join the XRP market, although the timing remains undetermined. Due to the continuing legal struggle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, XRP has been a recurring issue among experts, drawing significant interest in 2023. The essence of the issue is the SEC's claim that XRP sales, both primary and secondary, qualify as investment contracts, implying that XRP should be classed as a security. If this accusation is shown to be accurate, Ripple might be accused of executing an unregistered securities offering for more than $1 billion. Furthermore, XRP would be subject to SEC regulatory scrutiny. Numerous experts and XRP supporters say that the long-running legal fight has considerably lowered the token's price. However, Linda Jones believes that institutions would eventually drive XRP's value higher if greater legal clarification is supplied. Although Judge Annalisa Torres recently ruled in Ripple's favor, declaring that secondary XRP purchases do not constitute investment contracts, the legal procedures are far from over. Jones emphasizes the role that congressional legislation would have in raising the price of XRP. In my opinion, institutional money will drive XRP's price higher, Jones says. Legal clarity and structure are required for institutions. One crucial component was the litigation. More congressional legislation is required, but it will be passed. The money will then pour in a massive wave. They're getting ready. While the current legal battle between Ripple and the SEC has brought some early respite for XRP, the final outcome and market direction will be determined by future legal developments. The involvement of institutions and the passage of congressional legislation to provide a clearer legal framework are believed to be critical in unlocking the potential of XRP and drawing significant investment into the digital currency. As the market waits for clarification on XRP's regulatory status, focus shifts to the acts of institutions and politicians whose choices will influence the future of Ripple's asset and possibly release a tsunami of wealth into the XRP ecosystem. According to the SEC complaint, Ripple Labs generated more than $1 billion via the sale of unregistered securities. According to the SEC, XRP is a security since it was marketed by Ripple as an investment contract, which is a sort of financial instrument that allows investors to benefit from the efforts of others. The action filed by the SEC is based on the Howey test, a four-part examination used to evaluate whether a financial item is a security. The following questions are asked on the Howey test. According to the SEC, XRP fulfills all four sections of the Howey test. According to the SEC, XRP investors place their money at risk in the hope of profiting from the efforts of Ripple Labs and other third parties. The SEC further claims that XRP is a common enterprise since it is used to enable Ripple network transactions. Ripple and its digital currency XRP have hit a major stumbling point in their path, which is tied to regulatory fights. Notably, cryptocurrency litigation specialist John Deaton explains how the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has hampered XRP potential development. A pro-XRP attorney, John Deaton, took to Twitter to voice his worries about XRP's growth, which has lagged behind other cryptocurrencies since the Ripple versus Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, case went into force. In reaction to Coinbase's recent investment in Circle, a significant USD stablecoin on its platform, this statement indicates that Coinbase sought counsel from SEC experts in advance of introducing XRP. Deaton believes that if the SEC action had not occurred, Coinbase would have picked Ripple over Circle. It's worth noting that Coinbase listed XRP and Circle's USD around the same time, with transaction times of 5 seconds and 12 seconds, respectively. The process of relisting XRP on Coinbase proved to be more than just a transaction. It included a detailed due diligence procedure that was methodically carried out to guarantee strict compliance with regulatory regulations. Coinbase takes aggressive moves to navigate the regulatory environment by collaborating with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. This engagement was critical in establishing that XRP is regarded as a digital asset rather than a security. The SEC and Coinbase had a meeting to explore XRP's categorization as a digital asset. Surprisingly, the SEC did not object to Coinbase's XRP intentions during their conversation. In a statement, John Deaton recognized Coinbase's regulatory harmonization as seen by its preparations for a forthcoming IPO. Deaton noticed that Coinbase actively pushed both XRP and another stablecoin, USDEC, in recent months. The exchange saw these digital assets as game changers, particularly at a period when conventional bank transactions were sometimes time-consuming. During the intensive advertising activities, a startling development occurred. The legal action taken by former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton against Ripple shocked the cryptocurrency sector, claiming that XRP was being traded illegally as security. Surprisingly, despite recent SEC hints to the contrary, a lawsuit emerged contesting the categorization of XRP as a security. Despite the SEC's approval of MoneyGram International Inc.'s inclusion of XRP into its cross-border payment system 18 months ago, this latest legal action occurred. Despite the SEC's approval of MoneyGram International Inc.'s inclusion of XRP into its cross-border payment system 18 months ago, this latest legal action occurred. Deaton emphasizes the negative effect of legal challenges on XRP's future development. These challenges have resulted in wasted opportunities and the loss of major advantages.